to another edition of the 3 Count and Out podcast. I'm the girl who died in a tanning bed in Final Destination. My name's Jackal, and I'm joined by 2 of my favorite white men in the entire world. Gentlemen, please introduce yourselves.
Well, since we're going along the lines of that, I am probably the guy that dies by the glass falling on top, and that's only because that's the only one I can think of, because I have not seen the movies. I am indeed Fire Guy Kev, FGK.
You know, I was just trying to enjoy the scenery, and then out of nowhere came barbed wire and cut me clean in half. Hi, I'm Swanee, Mike, and now my midsection hurts.
So we had a very big, important weekend of wrestling filled with premium live events and pay-per-views between both AEW and WWE King and Queen of the Ring, Double or Nothing. Stuff happened at the both of them. Fair warning, public disclaimer for said podcast. I've had a couple drinks. I think my co-hosts are stone cold sober, so I'm feeling da buzz, whereas my co-hosts are not. Gentlemen, would we like to start with King and Queen of the Ring or Double or Nothing? Where are we feeling?
Well, hold on. You said cold stone. I am stone cold. Wait, no.
What?
Flip that and reverse it. No.
What?
Let's, hey, I'm sipping on a whiskey.
We're
having a good time.
I do like Cold Stone.
Honestly, I'd say third best ice cream of all time. And you know what? I'm gonna say it.
Wait, who's 1 and 2?
I'm a frozen yogurt guy.
Ew.
I know!
Kick him out. Get him out of the podcast.
Honestly, 3 months ago, I would have said drop kick him out, send him to, Hawaii, and drop down the volcano. But I've had it a few times. Do the toppings, out of this world. The flavors, not bad. So I gotta be like, this local frozen yogurt place by me is like, like chef's kiss. Like, goddamn, you telling me I can get, Jackal, I can get sprinkles? I can get oops all berries. I can get cookie dough. I can get graham crackers. Yeah, all in one. Sold. Done.
Get that.
Hold on. I want that on a fucking t-shirt. I can get oops all berries.
Last time that you went to Dairy Queen, so let me get oops all berries, said, oops, we don't have it. I tell you.
Oops, you need to leave.
Thank God I don't ask for that. But there's a reason, too. Hold on. But because this is special, there's a reason you're drinking tonight, and that's okay. Because our podcast turns 21.
Yippee!
Hold on.
Our podcast is legal.
Episode. Even though you guys are listening to this on week 22 because we recorded too long last week, I'm sorry, era.
Well, when you're 22, you can still drink, so that still works. So I'd say, as a hearty congratulations to us and this podcast, I would like to say a hearty cheers to both of you, and the rest who are listening.
I'll drink too. Cheers.
So you know what?
Mazel tov.
Cheers. Here's the 21.
Ow. Why'd you cheers it against my skull, asshole?
I just want to make sure you can hear it.
Ow.
Now that we have the pleasantries out of the way, so I am currently caught up in everything WWE, not AEW. Right. So I feel like we should talk about King of the Ring. We don't need to talk about SmackDown or Raw. Let's just talk about, King of the Ring, thoughts, feelings, get it out of the way, in and out, move on. First match of the night.
We're going to do, so I have the card pulled up.
Okay.
And we're going to start because I believe this was on the pre-show, but I'm also not sure because I joined an hour late into it. Forgot it was in Saudi Arabia and started at 1. Oh, whoops. Mm-hmm. So we started the night with the Women's Tag Team Championship match of Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair facing Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. And of course, I bet, without ever having watched wrestling, you could probably guess who won.
The fans in Saudi Arabia. Oh, nope. Jade Cargill. Got it. My bad. Sorry.
The fans might have won. They won on Friday before they fixed their outfit so they couldn't show off their abs anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They won by seeing abs of a woman. That's right. I forgot.
Yeah.
No, they don't know if that exists. There's no man in Saudi Arabia that can definitively tell you that a woman has abs. It's
Unless you're a
Oh, no,
white
believe
woman.
me, they found out on Friday, and then it was quickly corrected for Saturday.
Wait, really?
Yeah, Jade and Bianca's suits were so tight. So you saw King and Queen of the Ring.
Yeah.
You know how Lyra's suit was so tight on her butt?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's how Jade and Bianca's suits were all over their body, and Jade was very defined ab-wise. And then all of a sudden, come King and Queen of the Ring, they're completely covered in looser fitting clothes. And I was like, huh. All right.
Well, you don't say.
But yeah, I mean, of course they won. They weren't going to lose to Candice and Indy because unfortunately those two people just never win anything. Second match, because we get both women out of the way first in Saudi Arabia, was Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan with the very quick turnaround of Liv taking home the title.
And I think my biggest thing of this whole match was, match aside, why didn't they just have her win it at the Battle Royale? Why even make Becky a transitional champion? What was the point of that? Was it to give Liv the edge?
Involve Dominic.
I feel like they could have done that in a bunch of different ways, honestly. Like, well, how long should you hold that? 3 weeks? A month?
I think, also the reason of giving it Becky at Battle Royale, because it has to feel important after Rhea drops it. Yes, I know Liv is the one who took out Rhea with the attack backstage, but Becky was also the one that Rhea was fighting at WrestleMania, and I feel like that has a little more gravitas to it, if you will.
Yeah.
And
then, of course, the online thing is, oh, well, she lost it right when her contract comes up, so is that going to be the thing now? Is she not going to come back? And it's like, it's Becky Lynch. Of course she's coming back to WWE. Come on now. She's just dropping the title. She'll probably take some time off or something. Who knows?
Oh, Rhea's definitely coming back to WWE.
No, not Rhea. Becky.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you kidding me? Maybe like 2 years ago, that would be a real question, but let's be honest. As much as I love AEW and as much, I'm not going to be the person that goes like that shit talks in their company because I want more wrestling than less. And to all of you people that go, you're nitpicking, you bitches. We want more wrestling. AEW is not what it's used to be. It's not. People aren't just going to AEW anymore. I think Edge was the last one to kind of pull that off, and I don't see anyone else leaving, if I'm being honest.
Well, they don't really need anybody because they have too many people right now. We'll get to that later.
Down the line, part of the podcast. Yep, keep it going.
So the next match, which I thought was a damn good match, but of course it was Sammy versus Chad versus Big Bronson Reed.
Good match.
And of course, again, who's not going to lose in Saudi Arabia now that he's going there? Sammy. No. Sammy is too beloved.
Yeah.
They would have had to have somebody equally as popular there as Sammy, and they don't have that.
I pose a question for the Saudi government. You got Goldberg and Sami Zayn in a match, one-on-one. Who wins?
Yokozuna.
Sammy by 87 Haluva kicks, I'm pretty sure.
No, God, they love Goldberg there.
Yeah, but they like Sammy.
Yokozuna back from the dead!
That would be cool, though. They probably would ask for that. I can guarantee you the Saudi prince would be going like...
later. Oh, man. Aaron, just cut that whole thing out. Oh, boy. Gonna get our whole podcast canceled.
I have been making that joke for 7 days straight, and you still did it.
So, anyways, we're gonna move along.
What's going on?
What's the next match?
The Queen of the Ring with Nia, because why not, against Lyra, Valkyria, and one of the most unnecessarily violent endings on accident that I've ever seen.
Right.
The fact that Lyra is not a goddamn pancake right now, because, oh boy.
Mike, you said it. You said it best. Why did Nia win? Why not? Like, oh, good lord! Why did she win?
Because she's Nia and she's been there for a while. even though Lyra versus Bailey would have been a way better match. But
Yeah, and we
you know,
don't need Nia winning a title or literally anything, honestly.
I can see it right now. I see the vision because they're not doing it for Bailey, unfortunately. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, Nia Jax is on the same brand as Jade Cargill, right?
see,
Yeah.
So what
yeah.
I'm making a prediction. Jackal in March and April of next year. Come back to this episode to see if you're right. I'm making this prediction almost a year in advance. Bailey's going to defend the title one or two more times. She's going to successfully defend it. She's going to get to SummerSlam to face Nia. She's going to get fucking squashed like Brock Lesnar, John Cena, SummerSlam 2013 type of squash. Nia is going to hold it all the way from SummerSlam until next year's WrestleMania, which Nia is still the champion, and she's going to go up against the Women's Royal Rumble winner, Jade Cargill, because Jade Cargill defeating an absolute monster in the women's division of Nia Jax seems more impressive than defeating Bailey.
I could see that.
If you're right, I'm kicking you in the teeth.
Yeah, that's fair.
I see it. I see the vision. That seems like something WWE would do. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that.
Yup. Due to the fact that, Bailey hasn't been on any promotional material, Bailey hasn't been on the fucking card, they said, oh my god, we finished Bailey versus Damage Control. Now what do we do? Yeah.
Wait, you didn't plan for this either? You didn't plan for this? What'd you have planned? Nothing? You didn't write anything, Steve, you didn't write anything fucking down? God damn it.
No, yeah.
Throw Nia in there.
I don't think they have nothing planned for Bailey, so hence the reason why they give it to Nia at SummerSlam, to also give everybody a nice heel win at the biggest party of the summer in the disgusting city of Cleveland, Ohio.
They can't go back to Saudi. Cleveland.
2-day event.
Okay, yeah, I feel like we should actually
that's
touch...
next year.
No, that's right. That's next
is
year
that not
in Minnesota,
Cleveland?
right?
That's next year. That's Minnesota.
Oh, that's Minnesota. Why the fuck does Minnesota get that shit?
Minnesota's gonna get it, huh?
I hate it. I think that's a terrible idea.
I think it's all right. WrestleMania. Now, don't get me wrong. I've become okay with the idea of WrestleMania being 2 nights. I'm okay with
fine.
it. Okay
I've
with it.
I've grown to love it. Yeah.
No, not love it. It's okay. SummerSlam, bullshit. Because you know it's a matter of time before it's Royal Rumble. You know it's a matter of time before it's Survivor Series. It's Saturday, Sunday. It's not Saturday or it's not Sunday. It's Saturday, Sunday. Backlash, Saturday, Sunday. Cool. Don't need it. Don't need it. You could have just made 8 matches on one night, instead of 4 matches the first night and 4 matches the second night.
Hunter getting his rocks off over 3 matches of pay-per-view. I'm not really vibing with too much right now. I kind of want to get my money's worth out of it. I appreciate it for the live audience, but for some my viewing pleasure at home, maybe a little bit more than, 4 matches a night. I'm gonna be honest.
See, I feel like it's almost the opposite, because let's just say, now I don't think they're coming, because they had SummerSlam here, it was a big one, and I feel like they will eventually have a WrestleMania back here. The reason the 2 nights kind of pisses me off is like, oh yeah, let's go to WrestleMania. You want to go to 1 night for 400, or you want to go to 2 nights for 800? Be like, I miss the days where it was just $600. You get all 12 matches. Those were the days. And now it's gonna be SummerSlam. It's gonna be Royal Rumble. It's gonna be Survivor Series. It's gonna be the Big 4. After the Big 4, I feel like it's gonna expand.
Unfortunately, we were there for one of the last times that it will probably be ever one night at WrestleMania for Mania 33.
Yep.
And we were there all night. I think we left the hotel around noon.
Yep.
And we didn't get back to the hotel around 2, maybe 3 in the morning if we're lucky.
The right way to do it. All night, baby.
Yeah, you were there for a while, but fuck, we were exhausted by the time the main event started.
You know how pissed I'd be if we were like, oh, what a great night. Oh, fuck, we gotta do that again tomorrow.
But, regardless, it doesn't change the fact of anything that happened at King and Queen of the Ring. Mike, what was the next match?
Yes. Next match was an absolute just old school ass whooping match of Randy Orton versus Gunther. And man,
Good match.
Randy needs to win some awards because that man can act.
Work.
He's developed his selling. I said that last week. He has perfected selling to a point of where it's like it's what's I almost said after class night. What am I trying to say? Get back to me. I'll think of the word and I'll tell you what it is.
Okay, I am.
That's a master
So
class.
excited to find out.
There we go. No, Randy Orton I think has perfected selling.
Yeah, it was such a good match overall.
Yep.
And they ended it in controversy. That's the only downside, which it sounds like they're going to do some stuff later with that. So we'll see.
I mean, I think because Triple H now did a little video on social media. I think other people have kind of talked about it on social media, and as of the recording, Raw is currently going on right now. I'm willing to take a wild shot in the dark that they're going to address it tonight during Raw. So
well, that's also
we'll
on
see what that
They're
happens.
SmackDown superstars, aren't they? Or is Gunther Raw?
Randy's SmackDown, Gunther's Raw.
Okay, so maybe then.
Because it was the finale, and that's how. Yeah.
Regardless, that was a great match. That was a genuine. Could have gone either way. Genuinely would have been happy either way. It's not like, Gunther versus Tamatonga. Tamatonga. Cool. Right.
Whatever the fuck
He's starting his car.
I hear that in the winter every time I turn my truck on.
It's just gonna be Tamatonga.
Tamatonga, get out of there, goddammit.
Tamatonga, get out of my car, you silly goose.
Yeah. You're like, oh, geez, not again.
What's wrong with the car? Oh, it's got a little bit of Tamatonga in it. All right, so
then
next match.
The final match even was the undisputed WWE Championship match of Cody Rhodes versus Jackal's favorite boy, Logan Paul.
That's my United States champion, baby. What a phenomenal showing. I'm so proud of him. Good showing.
The only thing that came out of that match was the drone shot that everybody's like, oh, Logan thought that 8 months ago. He's such a visionary. Okay.
I mean, it was a beautiful shot.
It was so
I'll be honest.
I know it was cool. All right? I know. I get it.
Rest in piss, Kevin Dunn. My homies hate Kevin Dunn.
Dude, Kevin Dunn
Jesus.
is like, I guarantee that man wakes up and just like, he definitely likes to get his ass kicked. Like he wakes up in the morning and he goes, baby, they came out with
bully me.
They came out with a drone shot. I would have never thought of that. Whip me.
Yeah, hit me harder, please. Come on now.
Like, yeah, that like
I
mean, the camera shots are night and day, just strictly from like Raw and SmackDown having the behind the scenes following him out of the gorilla.
That's hot.
That's how you know shit's different.
Mm-hmm.
But man, my expectations for this match were not the highest. I'll just come out and say it. I know it's such a hot take, but boy, they really did exceed expectations with this one. I think honestly, Logan Paul kind of gets a buff going into Saudi Arabia because his match with Roman Reigns delivered and his match with Cody Rhodes delivered both in Saudi Arabia, and I was very happy with it. I'm sure people may disagree with me, but I enjoyed the hell out of that main event, excuse me.
I do have my own opinions about Logan Paul, and everything. And I've said some nice things too. But it is fair to say that he has put out some good showings.
With that pay-per-view concluded, we'll move on to AEW Double or Nothing.
Oh, Kevin, what was your favorite part of Double or Nothing?
Let's see. Edge missed the table, and Jack Perry got lit on fire is the only thing I know about.
I mean, he didn't miss the whole table.
Well,
he
missed 90% of the table.
He sure did. R.I.P. his knees. So we're going to start because Tony Khan, unlike Triple H, likes to go, you know what? 5 hours seems like a reasonable amount. So that's what he does. and they started with the pre-show. Started with Deonna Purrazzo versus Thunder Rosa, with Deonna Purrazzo taking it. That was kind of a small storyline they had going on. You know, people that actively watch the show all the time would have probably been like, "Oh, okay." But
Do you think
good match.
Do you think people backstage like Thunder Rosa again or no?
What'd she do? What was her controversy?
It seems like at least Mercedes likes her, so who knows?
Well, that's a plus. If the cover girl likes you, then that's really all you need to care for.
That's where the money's at.
Wow.
Right? I mean, her and Will Ospreay were doing her dance afterwards, so, you know, there's that. I know. And then the next match was the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn versus Brian Cage and the Gates of Agony.
Everybody loves the Acclaimed, except that one woman in the front row that the camera zoomed in on. She was not enjoying herself.
Oh?
Spoiler alert. I don't know if I should ruin this or not, but she's actually a professional wrestler. She was all work, so that's that.
Damn it! Oh, my reaction ruined, Mike.
I know. What a shame for their brief spot.
Oh, man.
On the pre-show. Oh, no.
God damn it. Also, on the list of people that need to retire, Billy Gunn, the kind of novelty has worn off for me. Gonna be honest.
Oh, it just now did.
Hey, don't worry. We'll get to who really needs to retire later.
Quick, Kevin, who are we talking about?
Kevin Nash.
Yep, you got it.
Get off that podcast. Your takes aren't that hot.
You got him.
You broken knees, bitch.
Bam. Drama started already.
No, I'm sorry. It's his calves. That's my bad. You know what? Horrible podcaster.
No, it is his knees.
It is both.
It was the knees. You got it right the first time.
How's Jericho's match?
We're not there yet. First match of the main show, and by far one of the best matches of the night because Will Ospreay's in it. International Championship match, Roderick Strong versus Will Ospreay. It was great. Will Ospreay takes the title, and like I said when we were all talking about it, you know, I think they put a not main title on him so that he can go other places. They can have him on TV every fucking week, and it just be the way kind of like an Intercontinental or US title should be.
Doing it the right way.
Well, and of course, like I said, you know, once Kenny got hurt, they were like, oh, we need somebody else that we can absolutely destroy their body and have them on TV every single goddamn week. That's Will.
Well, we need you, sweetie. We need you the next week, and the week after that, and the week after that, and the week after that, and we need you to go to 17 indie shows in between this. Love you, bye!
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, great match all around. Oh, we had the surprise of the night, which was MJF coming back.
Oh my God, he is my favorite scumbag.
Jacket.
Yeah, and he did that on purpose.
Wait! I thought you said you didn't watch. You know you Triple H jacket. What the fuck are you talking about?
Hey man, TikTok's a wonderful tool.
Oh my God. Era, get him off the podcast. Era, get him out
fired.
Of here. Era, fire him.
But yeah, he kicked Adam Cole in the dick, gave him a brain buster, talked about how he ain't fucking leaving, and he has an AEW tattoo. So that's fun.
He loves Jordan Belfort a lot more than any normal person should.
Yeah.
I guarantee you.
I think he just likes Quaaludes.
That too.
Ooh, I mean, who doesn't at this rate?
Right?
He has to have the biggest contract.
All the cool kids love Quaaludes.
All my homies love Quaaludes. Hey, MJF, get that tattooed. My homies love Quaaludes. There you go.
And honestly, his tattoo looks like a rub-on, so who knows?
Ooh.
But the next match was the Bang Bang Gang, Jay White and the Guns against Death Triangle, which is Penta, Rey Fenix, and Pac. And with the help of the returning Juice Robinson, who is rock hard at all times, the Bang Bang Gang takes home the gold yet again. It was a good match. It was simple enough. Unfortunately, you can tell that Penta and Rey try and move too fast compared to what other wrestlers can do, and it often ends up in some sloppy spots. But not much you can do with that.
Yeah, because
They just
you're not gonna sit down with him and be like, "Hey, slow down. Everybody else can't keep up with you." Fuck no. You're gonna tell everybody else to try to keep up with those two.
yeah. But yeah, good match again overall. And then we have Tony Storm. Wow, Tony Storm
There you go.
against Serena Deeb, and again, just a good match. A lot of kickouts from stuff that shouldn't have happened, but that's kind of AEW's thing, They're dead. They have to be dead. They're clearly dead. Oh, they kicked out at 2.
Oh my god!
They had a little throwing in the towel spot, like we should throw it in. No, and then Tony Storm wins. So, of course she
is
did.
timeless.
I'm assuming she's going to lose it to somebody returning or somebody that's brand new into the company down the road, right? Because I don't know who she's going to lose it to.
Nia Jax is going to go to AEW too and knock off
God.
Timeless Tony Storm. I see it now. I see the future.
Oh no! The world doesn't like that. And then we have, now that match is done and out of the way, we have a good match that's always going to be violent because Orange Cassidy is their new Jon Moxley. Orange Cassidy versus Trent Beretta in a former friends fight. And that was one that I thought they were going to have Trent win because I think he needs it. And then they were like, no, we're not going to have Orange Cassidy lose a match. Are you silly? Come on now. So, of course, Orange won.
Yep.
Shout out to Orange Cassidy having one of the best entrances of the night because, my God. What's it called? Where's My Head At? Like the actual name of the song?
Where's My Mind?
Where's My Mind? Sorry, got that one wrong. God, that one gives me goosebumps whenever I hear that one play. Oh, that one's good. Caught me off guard, too. It was a good match, fun match. I love Orange Cassidy wrestling. I would like to see him do maybe like take a break, heal his body up because I feel like he hasn't gotten the break that he's wanted yet. Because I think he tried to take a break at one point and kind of pulled the Becky Lynch where it's like, all right, you're taking a break. Shit, Orange Cassidy, someone got hurt. Can you come back and be the champion?
Oh, dude, I'm still in
Oh,
Tahiti.
sure, I guess. And he came back, so his body, I'm going to take a wild shot in the dark and say that his body right now is held together with duct tape and hopes and dreams, so hopefully he gets a much-needed break here soon enough.
Speaking of duct tape and hopes and dreams, when does fucking Darby Allin show up on this list?
We're getting there.
Okay, good.
Hold your horses.
I'm just so excited.
Because we are now getting to a match that it was an okay match, but he needs to go away now. Chris Jericho versus Hook versus Katsuyori Shibata.
But yet you can't say Okada's name right.
He can't.
But Chris Jericho, again, looking like somebody's fat old uncle, waddling down to the ring, waving his hands. Hi, how's everybody doing? And it's like, why? Why you, and why are we still putting over fat Chris Jericho? And no offense to him, I mean, he's still doing it. He's got his podcast, he's got his band, he's doing all these things, but like him over Hook and Shibata, again, with the help of an almost dying Big Bill. I tagged both of you in that on X. I don't know if you saw that or not.
Maybe not.
Yeah, that leg of the table almost impaled the fucker right through the goddamn chest.
Oh,
that
wait. Yeah, I did see that.
Bad.
And that's, I don't know if you saw Big Bill kind of lift his head up and like he was gonna be like he was pretending to be knocked out. I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if he just fainted from seeing the fact that he was almost impaled.
I wouldn't put it past him. He's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that.
No, that's what I heard. But yeah, Jericho brought out also. There were not thumbtacks in this match. Oh, nay, there were dice.
Oh, oh, okay.
Well,
That'll teach him, I guess.
yep. We're not gonna hurt you with thumbtacks. We're gonna hurt you with a bunch of dice on your back.
At
So
this point, I feel like Legos would be more intimidating. I'd rather step on a dice than I'd rather step on a Lego, to be honest.
yeah, and I've seen a Lego match, and it does look painful.
Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, could you imagine getting power bombed on the Legos? Good.
No,
grief.
you say that I don't want to imagine it, and at this point, the fact that I'm getting even saying it makes my spine tingle with pain. I'm double it and give it to the next person, please.
Kev, your next match, just bring a bag of Legos and power bomb somebody and do it. Okay,
All right, deal.
perfect.
I'm sold.
I'm happy. And then the next match, and again, one of the more violent matches of the night with no weapons involved, because of the two people in it, Mox versus Kansuke Takeshita. Just hard hitting back and forth. It looks like they're actually punching each other in the face the whole time. And it looked like Mox ended up actually getting Takeshita once or twice because he had a nice little mouse under his eye. And this was the perfect time to have Mox lose because he had an injury. You can use it as a scapegoat, but he won again. But he did do a damn good stomp onto a chair. I will say that.
I
Damn good
love.
stomp onto a. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I love Mixed match. Yeah, I know people probably would have preferred to see him, drop something, get a little mix up going on here, but I was happy with the damn match. It was I was thoroughly entertained.
It's just every time those two get in a ring, you're like, somebody's getting their ass kicked. And if it's not them facing each other, you feel bad for whoever they're facing because they're about to get punched in the goddamn mouth. And it just happens every time. You're like, it just looks so unpleasant to go up against either of those guys. But Mox takes it home. And this was one of those matches where I believe there was just nothing on the line. It was just two dudes beating the shit out of each other. Kind of like the next match, but did have a little implication. What?
Because I was going to say, he did not put the IWGP on the line, right?
No, oh, that's what it was. I'm sorry. So no, it wasn't on the line, but it was basically their stupid like eliminator matches where if he would have beat Mox, he would have then gotten a shot.
That's what it was. Yeah, you got to beat me to earn a title shot. Yeah, okay. Sorry. It was a long night. It was a long night last night. The stipulations aren't sticking with me too much, unfortunately.
Well, and for me, that's just so confusing. Like, you have it so that if he wins, he gets a title shot, but not right now. He's not worthy yet, but he may be eventually. Okay, sure. But anyways, moving on to the bloodiest match of the night. We had Adam Copeland, the Brood version,
with a phenomenal and another great Slayer entrance. Oh my god, that one got me gassed for this match. I was geeking.
All right, I'll have to see his entrance.
How do you not after seeing that Brood entrance every time? Oh, it's so good.
It's so good, dude. I'm so glad Tony Khan has realized, like, you know what? Yeah, I should probably pay bands for their hard work so we can use some of these songs. Because, man, the aura that he had coming down to the ring, I was like, I'm fucking ready for another Ambrose Asylum match.
That's you're just like, something.
Cope's ready to kill somebody. Okay.
Cope is gonna kill you. Cope is gonna kill you.
And now, for all the AEW doesn't know how to build storylines things, the fact that, and they did it to me too, because at first I was like, there's no way. The fact that they got an arena full of people and people at home thinking it too, going, are Buddy and Brody really going to turn on Malachi? Like, that's going to happen right now? And of course it didn't, but it was one of those you were like, is it going to happen? It was just cool. It was a cool little moment. But man, this match, they just beat the shit out of each other. R.I.P. to Cope's fucking knees.
Yeah, because he's got to learn how to jump off a steel cage again, because he yucked that one up real bad. Would like, yeah, you're going for a splash, right? What's that? You said to do a stomp? Okay, here I go.
It's like he decided
he was
halfway
going for
down.
what, an elbow drop?
Mike, at this point, I could not tell you what I think he was going for anymore. I thought it was going to be a splash, but boy, was I wrong.
Yeah, we were all wrong. I was like, oh, he's going to do a splash. Not a splash, elbow drop.
Okay.
It was scary.
Well, Mr. Wrestler, what do you think he was going for?
Honestly, no joke. I think halfway down, he forgot or realized what he was actually going for, and that's what it seemed like. He went for, like, I'm going to elbow drop him. Halfway down, he's like, I should go for a stomp. I can't transition in midair, and that's what it kind of looked like.
Oh, no, I forgot I'm 55 years old.
Yeah, he's not, I mean, looks good for 55, but not nimble at 55.
No. Not at all, unfortunately.
No. And he almost killed himself.
Yeah.
But then we got Gangrel back. Gangrel hit 2 beautiful impaler DDTs. I was really nervous. I was really nervous he was going to slip, go backwards, and go straight through that fucking hole he popped up from. Which, I'm not going to lie,
that would have been...
Probably would have pissed myself.
That would have been the greatest move of that night if he had fucking sunk himself back in that hole.
It's in the hole!
I was watching him. He got real close, and I was like, uh-oh.
Did you guys watch the Chris Van Fleet and Edge interview?
Not all of it, but I have seen bits and pieces.
Did you see the part where he talks about the Gangrel should have, like, he tried to get Gangrel at WrestleMania?
No.
Yeah.
So he talked to him, and Vince was like, no one's gonna know who the fuck that was. You know, we're not doing that shit. Apparently not, because not only did he show up in AEW years later, but Gangrel still got a pop. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God that man
People
is
know
gone.
who the fuck he is.
They do.
What's that? You mean to tell me that Vincent Kennedy McMahon doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about? What a surprise. Wow, yeah. Such a hot take.
When you say it like that, yeah.
Unheard of.
You could have fooled me with that one. Damn.
Wolf. Yeah, it is. Yeah. But he said that, I was like, oh my God. That's so right. Yeah, like, I feel like if you actually watch it back, he's like, wrestling fans want to be rewarded for knowing their shit. And when that Gangrel shows up, they want to go, that's Gangrel. And you know what?
Gangrel.
Fuck. We do. We are a needy bunch. We
just
want
like
a cute bunch.
I need to talk about the next match.
The next match, I believe it was her first match with Willow Nightingale facing the debuting Mercedes Moné. I can't remember if this is her first or second match.
I don't care.
And decent match, good enough. I was surprised Mercedes didn't hurt herself in her first match. So hey, good for her.
Yep,
and of course,
would like to proudly report that both of Mercedes' ACLs made it through the match. Way to go, Mercedes! Strong work. Good job keeping both of your ACLs intact. The wrestling community is very proud of you. Good job.
That's more than Kevin Nash can say.
Well, all right. You are really trying to pick a fight with Kevin Nash this episode, sir.
I am. I want Kevin Nash one-on-one in a wrestling ring. He's old now. I can take him.
His knees. He's still 7 feet tall, and you can't teach that. We've been told that.
That's what I said. Fuck!
And I got both broken knees, and you can't teach. Well, you could probably teach that.
Yeah, you could probably teach that. But, and then, so we had Mercedes winning because, of course.
Of course.
And then after the match, Chris Statlander turning on Willow. So We now have a heel turn. Chris Statlander finally gone to the dark side after being so nice and friendly and alien-esque for the last however many fucking years.
What a naughty alien.
Oh my, when you say it
Oh
like
my
that.
goodness.
I mean, she is a naughty alien.
I know, but you said it so
Sounds
seductively.
like a different podcast.
What a
What a
naughty,
naughty
alien.
And
That's
then-
what Bill Pullman said at Independence Day, too.
On that note,
That's
we're
for our
gonna.
movie podcast.
On that note, we're
That
gonna
one's
swerve to the next match.
Swerve!
What a segue.
Swerve versus Christian Cage, and you know, even Swerve had to praise him. It was a good match, man. Christian versus Swerve was damn good, and
to this
Go
day,
ahead.
Christian will always be on my I'll even say top 10 list of most underrated wrestlers of all time.
I feel like that is actually a super fair setup. Like,
Yeah, dude.
That is-
Christian's so fucking good at everything he does and just does not get the love that he deserves for that. And
if Christian was booked better after Edge's retirement, he could have become a formidable force instead of the, oh, well, my best friend's a champion and I have to cheat to win. I feel like if he was actually booked correctly, he could have actually been a great champion after Edge, and they just fucked it away.
yeah.
I agree. I think Christian is a fantastic wrestler. He's been in this business for fucking 30 years. Like, he knows what
Long
he's
time.
doing.
Very long time.
Yeah, like I agree. I think he's a great guy. And according to Edge, poses like an asshole.
And Mike, how did he do in this match?
well, he lost. He didn't pick it up this time. Swerve hit him with, I think, the house call and two Swerve stomps to win the match. So put him down like a dog to take it home. But good showing. And hey, we did so good that we're at the final match of the night.
Yeah, we got there. I swerve when I drive.
I swerve when I drive.
And arguably the most chaotic match, because that's what it's supposed to be, the Anarchy in the Arena, Team AEW, which is Bryan Danielson, Darby Allin, and FTR versus the Elite, with the scapegoat Jack Perry. And that was another one that it was just fucking nuts. You had somebody get lit on fire in the safest possible fire spot that anybody's ever done, ever. Right?
I mean, it still looked cool, but yeah.
But I mean, it's just damn impressive that they were able to be like, oh yeah, no, he's trained for this before. Darby knows how to properly use a flamethrower, because why wouldn't he?
Of course,
You know?
of course he would.
Yeah. And they were like, so we know how to do all this stuff already. Okay. Yeah, let's just kind of get to work. All right. Fair. And then they go out, they have an absolutely gangbusters match. I'm pretty certain that they recreated Darby getting hit by a bus, but instead it was a truck. They had, I think it was tack-filled shoes again. And Bryan Danielson got kicked by those 87 times. Insane match. And, of course, you're not going to have the Elite lose.
Oh God, no. Lose.
I think my favorite spot through all that was them playing the final countdown throughout the beginning of the match. And then Nick Jackson grabbing the microphone and saying, "Why the fuck are you guys still playing that damn song? We're working on a budget here, okay? I gotta pay $300,000 every single time that song plays. Cut the damn music off," or whatever the hell. That one got me real
so
good.
I haven't liked their characters much. When he said that, I legitimately laughed. I was like, all right, you got me on that one. Good job. Because their whole character so far, I've been like, who fucking cares? They did that, I was like, that's kind of funny. And the surprise for me was, I guess it shouldn't have been, but the fact that you had Jack Perry getting the pin, they really brought him back, and no pun intended, they went all in on him and were like, all right, you're going to be the guy now. You're going to be pinning the big names. You're going to be part of the main show. Here's your time, kid. It's been interesting. And that is Double or Nothing. We got through 2 whole pay-per-views in an hour.
You know what? Not bad. With 15 minutes to spare.
Keeping it high and tight. A phenomenal weekend for wrestling. But now I think we're going into a bit of a lull period. Because we got, I think, another 2 pay-per-views before SummerSlam.
No, dude, I think we got like 2 weeks till Clash of the Castle.
Oh, boy. Oh, great. I love a pay-per-view with a 2-week build.
Yeah, I think it's June 5th.
Well, they're pretty much just building to Drew versus Damian, right?
That's it. Because any other match at the card is going to have a non-existent build.
Let me double check, make sure it's not July 5th, but let me just double check real quick.
That's all right. While you're checking, I can throw this over to Jackal and say, hey, what I heard you were hearing some rumors and some gossip in the football world.
I was. Now, when it comes to football right now, we are sort of in a period as well where there's no mini camp, there's no preseason. Unfortunately, there's not much of anything to work with, except we do have OTAs going on right now. And we are fans of the Lions, so that means we are kind of keeping an eye on the NFC North at the moment because we take a look at the Minnesota Vikings first. Now, granted, this is all OTAs, rumors, reports, what have you. Take all these with a grain of salt because this is essentially these rookies gaining any sort of experience with the NFL for the first time overall. And coming out of Minnesota, J.J. McCarthy off to not a good start in Minnesota at the moment. As reports are coming out, Sam Darnold has been reported to be outperforming rookie J.J. McCarthy, much to the surprise of nobody, as J.J. McCarthy is currently slated to be the number 3 starter for quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings.
Ew!
Yeah.
Who's number 2?
I believe Nick Mullins is still on the roster.
What's it like to be the third stringer in Minnesota? That's gross.
Yeah, you're gonna have Sam Darnold start above you. Should we be concerned that our first round pick, number 10 overall, is slated to be third string on our roster at the moment? I'm gonna say yes, because Sam Darnold is already hot garbage as is. So if JJ McCarthy isn't doing enough to outperform his ass, that's not good. That's not good.
Coach Harbaugh, I know this whole sign thing is going to let us win, but is it going to fuck my standings? No, you're a great quarterback. You're going to start anywhere. I'm not going to take you, but you'll go somewhere else. Okay, cool. As long as the cheating scandal doesn't affect me. No, it wouldn't do that. You're good.
It didn't.
I'm Jim Harbaugh.
He got drafted first round.
Yeah, and then he's third string. It's almost like the skill really shows.
Like I said, he was playing with one of the best teams in college football in a long time. This Michigan team this last year was insane. And everybody's like, he's great. I'm like, no. The offensive line and Blake Corum are great. He's okay.
Sorry, I also misspoke. I do not believe Nick Mullins is QB2. I believe it is Aiden O'Connell is quarterback number 2 for the Vikings.
Oh, boy.
My bad. My apologies. But then
being a backup after Aiden O'Connell.
We turn our attention to the Bears, and reports are coming out of the Bears camp that Caleb Williams has been underperforming and struggling at Bears OTAs. And for those of you who don't know, for the podcast, OTAs stand for Organized Team Activities. So it's not essentially mini camp. It's sort of the team being allowed to come together and doing things before the quote-unquote season starts, if you will.
Wait. You're telling me a guy that seemed like a renowned asshole is having a problem during OTAs? What?
Sorry,
Who also
was?
underperformed his last year? What?
What?
Ooh.
Color me surprised.
I'm sorry, who was the first round draft pick this year?
Caleb Williams. That was the first overall pick out to the Bears.
Bummer.
His expectations are very high, but I think he thought the transition was going to be a lot easier than he thought it was going to be. And,
hopefully he learns beforehand and he doesn't Johnny Manziel himself.
And I quote from GiveMeSport.com, as OTAs have continued, though, the reports indicate that things have taken a turn for the worse. The defense has become the shining star, while Williams is struggling to complete passes, completing only a handful in 7-on-7 and 11-on-11 drills, whilst accumulating 7 total interceptions.
Oh, that's good.
Whoa, that's rough.
Makes me feel really good that we paid Jared Goff this money, because damn, seeing this coming out at the end of May, beginning of June, with only 2 months before the season, I'd be real concerned.
How much training can you get done in that amount of time where it's going to go from this to that? Like, is it a 9-day thing, or are they kind of like, this is already kind of showing?
Because granted, nope, someone else go first.
I was going to say, the one thing, there's always the chance, and this does happen. Will it happen? Who knows? There's always the chance once the actual competition comes out that all of a sudden he's fucking lights out. You know, he's ready to go. He's doing everything right. He's making the plays, and he just needs that competition. It's entirely possible.
Okay.
Is that going to be the case?
I hope
we'll
not.
See.
Maybe.
I hope he is just as flat as someone in the NFC North along with him. I hope he comes out as flat as a pancake.
Yeah. I mean.
Oh, no, keep going. I cut you off again.
Oh,
Sorry,
no.
It's my gimmick.
No, you're good. Go ahead. Keep going.
I was going to say, as we turn our attention to another team in the NFC, Mr. Era, sitting in his editing chair right now, listening back to this podcast, we take a look at a report of NFL.com. Quote, Saquon Barkley feels like a rookie again at Eagle OTAs. The running back is excited to operate in an explosive offense in Philadelphia in what he says feels like the first time. I'm very curious to see how that run game works without Jason Kelce, because yes, the Eagles still do have a very good offensive line, just not as good as what it has been in the past couple of years. I know, Era, you have said the center replacement is about as good as Jason Kelce. That does not mean he is as good as Jason Kelce. Only time will tell, but reports are coming out that Saquon's happy, and if you're starting running back that you paid a lot of money for is happy, I'd feel pretty confident heading into the season as well.
And to that point, he hasn't been happy in New York.
Years.
And think about how good.
Long time.
Think about how good he's been. Now think about the fact he's excited to play for somebody. That dude's going to be a fucking beast this year, probably.
It's and Philly has always had the capability of becoming a really good run offense, but you know, we shipped off DeAndre Swift to them, and of course DeAndre Swift can't stay healthy for more than 6 games before he's hurt and out for like the remaining 10. So their running game was definitely hindered by that, but Barkley, outside of tearing his ACL every couple of seasons, that fucker's healthy and he can run like a madman.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And
Finally,
having him and Jalen Hurts in the same offense is going to be, it's the same thing as Baltimore. Those two teams are going to be real fucking interesting.
Baltimore basically has, much to the chagrin of our friend of the program, Blast, I think Baltimore has a free ticket to winning the AFC North and making it to the AFC Championship again, because Lamar and Derrick Henry in the backfield, if Baltimore can stay healthy, I feel like they have a get-out-of-jail-free card to just making it back to the AFC Championship scot-free.
Yep. I think you're right.
Turning our attention to a team that hopefully will make it back to the NFC Championship, we take a turn to the Detroit Lions OTAs. Let's take a look at a couple of the standouts here, since the three of us are big fans of the program. One of the standouts from the program of the OTAs is Jameson Williams. Head coach Dan Campbell heaped praise on Williams, calling him the team's most improved player this offseason, and noting that the Alabama product is a man on a mission and has improved everywhere, which is going to help out a ton, because if he's taking more defensive players and cornerbacks off of opposing defenses, if he's requiring more materials from their defense, that leaves Amon-Ra more open, that leaves Jahmyr Gibbs more open, that leaves Sam Laporta more open, and that gives us more opportunities to move the damn ball down the field. I hope, I pray, I think Jameson Williams is going to have a big year this year, and I cannot wait to fucking find out.
Mm-hmm. If we get that full wide receiver core going, plus Jahmyr, plus Montgomery, plus Sam Laporta, dude, that offense is going to be high scoring. I think it's going to be one of those ones where if our defense can do anything to stop another team, I think we're winning by like 20 to 30 against some teams.
Because I know we lost, what's his name? We lost Jonah Jackson to the Rams. He was very good performing for us, but that man could not stay healthy if he wanted to. And Mike, like you had pointed out in the past, we tend to do a lot better when the offensive line stays healthy, and that man could not stay healthy down the stretch, unfortunately. So we let him go to the Rams. The Rams paid him a lot more money than he's worth, in my opinion. And we ended up poaching...
Real quick.
Oh.
Sidebar on that. So like I've been saying, I've been playing Madden 24. Do you know what he's rated in Madden 24?
Probably too high.
No, like a 72.
What?
Yeah. I was playing as the Lions. I was like, I'm so excited. The Lions, and I looked at our offensive line, and I was like, huh? I'm sorry. What?
I would have said like a hearty like 86 seems more reasonable. I would have thought they gave him like a 95.
Penny Sewell's an 85.
Penny Sewell's an 85? What the fuck?
Frank Ragnow was an 89.
Oh my god, he's the best center in the league and he's getting an 89. Oh my lord.
Yeah. So, Jesus, I was just looking at their stuff and I was like, why? Just what? Why? How?
Yeah, we need to do a video game episode here soon, because you talked about that for 2 seconds and I already am having a... I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, you won't like what they have Jahmyr Gibbs and Sam Laporta at.
Oh no!
Actually, that wouldn't be a bad idea for me to just read off the averages to Danny and see how much he loses his mind or agrees with it.
Jesus, we'll save that for either a YouTube video or a podcast down the line, because continuing with our OTA reports, a man on a mission, hopefully he doesn't, or hoping that he does not get replaced with the kicker from the Michigan Panthers, is kicker Michael Badgley is reportedly performing well at OTAs this year and has shown improved leg strength in the offseason, drilling field goals from 52, 53, and 60 yards at Thursday's open session of OTAs. So he has heard the rumblings and the reportings of maybe people want him out and replaced. He said, nah, I'm going to step my ass up, which is a beautiful thing.
And if you have players that are actually wanting to play, good.
And kind of buzzing through here, we got 3 more to wrap things up with, because I know we are on a bit of a time crunch tonight. Another person that has stepped up, quarterback Hendon Hooker, with a fully reformed ACL. He has been fun to watch sling it in a team setting for the first time now that he is fully healed and topped off. I know most teams prefer having a veteran quarterback as a backup, but having Hendon Hooker Hendon Hooker as the backup
What
for
did you
Jared
call
Goff,
me?
I am very, very happy with and very confident.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of
Hey, if we can
confident,
get him healthy and throwing the ball right, I'm cool with it. I'm excited to see what he can do.
speaking of excited, I'd like to say that I'm very excited that we just hit our hour mark. So unless you guys have any closing thoughts, but real quick before we get to closing thoughts, I would like to say this one thing. It's not June 5th, it's June 15th. So about 3-4 weeks of build for
Okay.
Clash of the Castle. That's it for wrestling. All right,
3 weeks to build.
Yeah, all right. Any last thoughts from you guys before we wrap this bitch up?
Way to step on my damn toes. I was about to blow through the last two people I gotta talk about.
All right,
Hey,
I'll tell you what. Blow through them. Blow them. I'm going to turn around real quick for no specific reason. You blow through them, then we'll wrap this bitch up.
Jack Campbell has also stepped up at OTAs, receiving some praise from Aaron Glenn, who says that the second-year linebacker is a grown-ass man and has taken control of the defense in this offseason the way he should have taken control of it. Really stepping into the role that Campbell and Glenn thought that he was going to take. I, of course, didn't really expect a rookie to be the leader of a defense year one. Year two, I'm expecting big things out of Campbell, so hopefully that will blossom into something amazing. And last, but certainly not least, is our number one draft pick this year, cornerback Terrion Arnold. He was the one running outside opposite Carlton Davis, which is exactly where we want them to be, quote NFL.com. Most importantly, 20 Men also noted he also didn't see Arnold getting challenged much, and that's a good sign that a rookie is acclimating pretty well to the NFL, which is a beautiful thing. Hopefully he can keep up with every single wide receiver he gets to face this season, doing much better than that alleged woman abuser Cam Sutton did. I am very, very happy about that, and football season cannot get here soon enough.
I am excited to see what the Lions are going to do. I am pumped for this season.
Not much hee ha ha's this episode, but a very, very informative episode. This is an episode that'll grow your brain a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, we had 2 pay-per-views to cover. We had some football. We just had a lot of information to dole out today.
And we
It was
kept
a
it high
21st episode.
High and tight, and I'm still very tipsy, so
you should be celebrating our podcast 21st birthday.
You know what? Hey Kevin, I know you're turned around facing the other way, but
honestly,
where can people find you on the internet, friend?
Sorry, the artwork that we have in the studio is just, honestly, I love it. I love what we bought. It looks great.
You can find him at YouTube / Fire Guy Kev.
Thank you, Mike, for actually listening to me. I appreciate that.
If you like any of my opinions, or if you just like to hear me talk or make videos, youtube.com / FireGuyKev, or what Mike said. Besides, dude, I can't stop looking at this.
And Jackal, where can they find you?
If you enjoyed what I did, you can find me at youtube.com / Lions Fury. But if you didn't enjoy what I did, you can find me at youtube.com / Jackal Joker or twitch.tv / Jackal Joker. And I think, Mike, they can find you at Discount Tire trying to fix your car up. You know, that's where a responsible gentleman like you goes when you're having car issues.
Yeah, you know, every now and then you just need some new tires, and they're nice. They let me sleep in the tires. It's comfy.
Wait, okay, hold on, real quick. My back is Kevin still facing the other way?
It honestly looks like a tire.
Yeah, no, he's still facing the other way.
I could see a tire out of this picture.
Mike,
like a sunrise.
You and me, kangaroo kick, double clothesline.
Oh, we're doing it. Kangaroo kicks a double clothesline. All right,
here you go. Ready?
Out
3
of tire.
1 2
1 3.
Go! Oh, yeah, there we go. Get the pin. Get the pin.
Hit him like
Here we go. Ready? And 1 2 3. Oh, God, yeah. That's what you get for making us wait an hour and a half.
That's fair.